because I feel like the debates is a good way to like see what they're about, kind of. But then people are like, oh, they got shot down in this debate or something. This person answered this question wrong, or they tried to float around the question and didn't answer it. So I don't know if those are really good ways to know the candidates. Do you think that that's a good way to learn it?
I think kind of because I feel like if you're hearing other people's feedback, I don't think that's as good because you're just learning from other people's opinions. I feel like it's a lot better for people to watch the debates themselves, get their opinions on how the candidates act in public, like their speaking ability, how they interact when confronted with issues. And I feel like it helps them to get to know the candidate. But if you're really interested in learning about like their policies and stuff, you might be better off doing your research.
True. And I feel like a lot of people think, and myself too, like it's hard to trust some candidates. They'll like say a lot of things. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. But really, they're kind of just saying things, and they're not even gonna like I don't know contribute or go through with it once they get the spot that they're running for.
Yeah, definitely. I think that horse race journalism has kind of like really affected it so that candidates just want to have the most sensationalized headline, like
Horse
the
race.
most horse race. It's where you cover like who's in front, who's not in front. So
Oh,
candidates
that's
like
yeah.
just try and catch everyone's attention by saying, "I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that," so they can get ahead in the polls.
True. And then it has a lot to do with like if you don't have a lot of money, you can't even campaign that much. So that's
Absolutely.
the part. And you could be the best candidate, but because no one knows you, you can't even have a chance. So I think that sucks.
Yeah.
Um so do you think it would be beneficial if everyone was like registered to vote as soon as they turn 18, like automatically in the system registered? Because someone like made this statement somewhere.
Yeah, Maryland actually has automatic voter registration. When you go to the DMV to get your license or something like that, they say, "Hey, do you want to vote?" So you can opt out. But I think it's really good to kind of present that to people without them having to go out and like search for a bunch of resources.
Like the organization you're a part was it T Votes. Uh,
Mhm.
they would say, "Are you registered?" And I would be like, "I'm not sure." So I would like register to see if I am. I don't know if I was. I just did. But then the whole pandemic thing happened, so I wasn't. What is it? You know, you need the absentee ballot when you're not in that area
Mhm.
where you need to vote. So that part's kind of what is it? It's tedious. I think a lot of people don't want to do that because of what they'll have to do with it, which is I don't know. I guess we should just stop being lazy as people. Me, I'm
Yeah.
talking about because I'm like, I have to put in all my information here. I have to put all my information there. So it kind of just sucks that I have to do all that. But really, it's to benefit me and like a whole bunch of other people. So it's not that bad.
I mean, honestly, voting could be easier.
Hmm.
Like, I've heard people talk about digital voting, and I think that like it's 2020. You can cash a check online, you can check your bank statement, you can pay your bills. Like, I don't know. I feel like voting might be the next digital step that we could take.
I was thinking that, but then when I was because they have what is it the you can send in your ballots to from like by mail, right? So
Yeah.
I was wondering since we're like everything is digital, like why not switch voting digital? Because definitely more people are gonna you're gonna have everyone voting almost. I think if it was digital through your phone, you just do it anywhere. But I don't know. I feel like I was thinking like if they haven't done it now, like what's the problem? I'm thinking there's hackers. Some people might like enter so many ballots, but I feel like they have the technology to make it like a secure thing. So
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, cybersecurity is always going to be an issue with digital stuff, but I feel like if we handle it appropriately and by like a legitimate government organization,
yeah.
there would be less risk. Besides, like voter fraud is not like a thing. It's
Oh,
been proven like multiple times, but there's always claims out there. I think it's like less than 0.002% that it ever happens.
wow. Have you ever been discouraged from voting by when you went out to vote and the person you voted for didn't win? Were you ever discouraged? Like, wow, why did I even vote? Did it even matter?
Um, no. I've only voted in the 2018 election and the 2020 primary election. I mean, like, I voted for Bernie Sanders in the 2020 primary, and, that was really discouraging. And I did kind of feel like stuck because I was really upset that he had dropped out. I was really upset with the primary system, so I didn't get to vote before he dropped out. And It is discouraging, but you have to tell yourself that even if you lose, the people in power are going to see, oh, this guy had this many votes. So clearly, at least that many people support these policies. And that kind of starts the discussion because the argument is always, oh, no one wants this, no one cares about this. But if you get out there and vote, even if your candidate loses, it shows that people took a stand for the issues that that person championed.
It's true. And that does make you feel better about who you voted for, because if you knew what you voted for was like, wow, this person could really make change, look at their policies, look at all that, and I voted for like a good candidate. So like other people are just the crazy people, right? I'm the same one. How did you get into voting? Because on campus you were so involved. So what influenced you, inspired you to get so involved? Was it like from high school or just, I don't know, meeting certain people?
I want to say since high school, I've okay, actually no. When I was a kid, I used to watch MSNBC at night with my mom and just like watch Countdown with Keith Olbermann and the Rachel Maddow show and just kind of like watch politics and learn about stuff going on. I mean, I was a kid, so I was just kind of like, haha, red, white, and blue, cool. But then I started taking AP Gov in high school and I got really interested in politics and how everything worked. And then when I came to college, I stumbled into a voter registration table literally while I was on my way home from class. And I started talking to them and I found out what it was all about, and I got really interested and I started volunteering with them.
That's cool. So in high school or when you were a kid, you were watching all this stuff. Then you got to high school, you kind of got more involved, and then did that. I guess you just carry on through college.
Yeah.
Just kind of got more involved in college because like I see it everywhere. Like the organization on campus when they're like, "Are you registered to vote? Are you registered to vote?" And people just walk by, or I don't know if they're already registered or just don't care, right?
You can't like force anyone to be politically engaged. And I don't think that people should be like forced because then you're like engaged for the wrong reasons. You want people to care.
That's true.
And making them do something is not going to make them care.
Yeah, that's how I got getting involved with Our Voice Our Day. My professor had posted it into our Facebook group because we had a what is it, our class theater for social change. It caught my attention because I know I'm not involved in voting and I would like to be, and I would like to know why it's important and how to go about it and all the things that I should vote for, because I'm not even involved in anything local. That's the main thing for me. Like I went back and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll be a part of this because I don't know, why not? It'll benefit me and then it'll benefit my peers too. So yeah, I think knowing you and you're so like, what's the word? You're very
Annoying.
annoying about voting, pressuring people to do it. I think that's good because that shows like you're so passionate about it, and it kind of like spilled over to me, I guess, because I feel like it's really important.